everyone. Good afternoon and welcome to Startup Weekend Manila. And to start off, let us give a hand of applause to everyone who participated in this event. Alright, woo! Okay, so let me announce first the participants who are going to teach later. So let me hear from the pet shop. Pet shop? Are they here? Pet shop, okay. How about the SMS alerts? Woo! SMS alerts, alright. How about the fish? Fish? I don't know how to pronounce. Fish? Fish! Alright, okay, there you go. Okay, let me hear about the VP. The VP, okay. How about the wow space? Okay. Gas listers. Yoo! Okay, there you have it. How about the Senti? Okay, let me hear from the Holy Grail. Woo! Alright, okay, how about the Squella? Yeah! Okay, and how about the Hire Ninja? Okay, let me hear from the four ingredients. Okay, there you have it. And the Metroplate.
Oh yes!
Okay, how about the certified positive? Certified positive? Are they here? Oh, they're not here. They're not positive. Okay, how about the Jump Connect? Yeah. Okay, how about the Contratista? Woo! Okay. How about the Talent Man? Hey, hello guys. And how about the Snipe Leads? And last one. Okay. And last one, we have the Open Shelves. Open Shelves? Are you here? Open Shelves. Okay, maybe later. Alright. Who wants to know the winners today? Who wants to know the winners? Later, you're going to know. Alright, but who wants to go to Boracay? Ayaw nyo? Okay, but later you will know the prizes. Pupunta kayo ng Boracay. Anyway, to start off, to give us a discussion about the criteria, may we call on Mr. Frank Tempo. A round of applause, please.
You guys have a fun time this weekend? Yeah? Sound really excited? Cool. So we're gonna get into the judging portion of this evening. So just to remind you guys, let me get out of that way. Each team is gonna get 4 minutes to present, and you're gonna get a minute for a question and answer. When your team is on deck, we're gonna announce when the teams are on deck. You have to set up during the question and answer time with the team before you. So you have that whole minute where they're doing the questions, get set up, get ready. That way everything will kind of run smoothly. We have some amazing judges here who my friend here will introduce.
Good. So hopefully you had a good weekend, and we have actually an extremely esteemed panel of judges, right? Coming from not just in the Philippines, but from all over Asia. So actually the first judge here is the Regional Director of Microsoft, Dave. Next one is Jojo Flores, the co-founder of Plug and Play in Silicon Valley. Next is Mr. Ron Hose, right? The author of the Philippines Star Report, entrepreneur, investor. He's kind of a co-partner with one of my classmates to run Eric Schmidt's fund, right? Chairman of Google, so he also has a lot of access to capital, right? And then Don D, here, Mapa, who used to be the ICT commissioner, and then now with Microsoft. John here is the enterprise technical manager of BlackBerry, covering Philippines and Singapore. Of course, the man, Winston, the Marillo, from Morph, now Amihan, and more also probably known as the World Economic Forum Young Global Leader. And last but not the least, a very popular person in social media, one of the media heads of our country, used to run the bureau of CNN in the Philippines and Indonesia, and now the CEO of Raptor.com, Maria. Miresa. Thank you so much for spending your Sunday with us. The teams have been working very hard, and hopefully you also have a good time judging them. Thanks, judges.
And then we're gonna have SMS alerts and fish on deck. Pet shop.
Alright, okay, so to know the prizes, may we call on Mr. Paul Pajo. A round of applause, please.
By the way, pet shop. On deck, pet shop.
Pet shop, get ready. Okay. Pet shop, come to the front right now. Because right after I introduce the prices, you're pitching. Okay. So where's the price? Right. So I'm sure you're not here for the prices, right? You're here for the style. For the t-shirt. Yeah, for the t-shirts. The headbands, yeah! Bago hashtag, we came here for the headbands. Okay, the swag. Okay, so we have a special prize. Any of the teams pivoted into a healthcare application, meron ba? Okay, so I guess I get this prize. Okay. So there's 25,000 worth, so I don't know, I haven't heard the pitches yet. So if someone is into healthcare, you get 25,000 worth of credits and 6 months use of free office space and mentoring from Pascual Pharma. Okay. Next one. Okay, for the runners-up, we have Microsoft BizSpark account and one BlackBerry Alpha device and 10,000 pesos worth of credits from freelancer.com. Okay. Then for the grand prize, okay, Microsoft BizSpark account worth something. Okay. See, okay. Infinity account worth 150 and netbook from PLDT SME, one BlackBerry Alpha device, free smart LTE. Prepaid devices, 10,000 freelancer credits, and Geeks on the Beach registration. Okay, airfare and hotel for 4 people. Okay, so kung one person startup ka lang, you get to bring 3 dates. Okay, and 100,000 pesos worth of grant from Idea Space for 2% equity if you want MVP Manny Pangilinan as your business partner. Okay, great. Okay, Pet Shop, are you ready?
Alright, so before we proceed to our pitching, we would like to acknowledge first our organizers for making this event possible. So let's give them a round of applause, please. Okay, so we have here Miss Haiba Karina Baluyos. Alright. Of course, Mr. Nick Wilwinko. And Mr. Paul Pajo. Alright. Also, we have Miss Marika Ochida, Alvin Hendrano, Earl Valencia, Dustin Masankay, and Miss Katrina Macaray. Also, with Miss Diane Estacio. Alright. Okay, so maybe you can have, you can give the mic to them.
Awesome.
Yeah, we just want to thank everyone for participating in this event. It's actually also our first time to co-organize this startup weekend. And we're very happy with the turnout, especially with the support from all our sponsors as well. We had a lot of sponsors, so for the first time, we're able to offer 50% off promo to most participants. And we're happy to say also that because Startup Weekend is a community organized event, and all proceeds should go into the event. And then any excess would go back to the Startup Weekend community. But you know what happened last week, the Habagas and all these floodings. We asked start of weekend schedule it after all the accounting and then we have excess money. I think we will be able to give 50% of the proceeds for charity to the
And I also for the next startup weekend, anybody can organize if you're inspired by the whole weekend. Just apply. Let us know if you want to also do it, or you can do it directly through startup weekend. So anybody who wants to organize the next one, please do it, or even in your hometown. So that's an open call for everybody. Okay, guys, good? Ready? Ready? Good. Let's do it. Go.
Pet shop.
Okay, so before proceeding to our pitching, we would like to thank first also the mentors that those who guide you while having your developing your programs or whatsoever. So to start off, we have Mr. Aaron Cajes. Aaron Cajes. Alright. Miss Anne Jacobe. Miss Anne. Okay. We have Beryl Lee. Okay. We have Kellen Legaspi. Also, Chito Bustamante. Christian Blanquera. Dave Vitoriano. Ed David. Eric Garay Blas. Ayan Unsod. Jay Yao. Jeff C. Georgie Azurin. John Lansangan. Kevin Dewalt. Luis Buenaventura, Melissa Lemcalvo, Michael Padua, Paul Gadi, Paul Harris, Philip Bautista, Rafael Oca, Raj Falkis, Rina Neo, Sean Wang, Stefano Fazini, Vons Santos, and Mr. Terence Pua. Alright, so, are you guys excited? Yes, for the pitching. Okay, so let's start with the pitching first. Okay, so is the pet shop ready now? Pet shop?
Yes.
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, so let's give the mic to the team pet shop.
Hello everyone. I am John Raymond Katahan. I represent the Pet Shop Philippines team. Basically, we're a small team. We're a small team of mobile developers trying to solve this problem of the lack of awareness for people about pet adoptions and a lack of a centralized system in the country to ease up this system. Usually, pet adopters tend to not continue this process because they lack information. They have what they want to adopt, what they can have to adopt. So oftentimes adoption takes longer and even never really happens. Our target market would be usually pet lovers or even potential adopters. We would also include breeders and pet shop owners and even non-profit organizations. Our solution for this is to create a website, a network for these people, for pets, pet lovers, pet owners, breeders, and organizations, to just connect them all, make the meetings and connections between them easier. If it also means we'd be streaming their certificates, papers, and things they will have to pay. We're kind of new in a way that there's nothing really similar system here in Philippines. There's a lot of, you can see a lot of pet blogs, websites owned by bigger nonprofit organizations like us, but you really never get as much information further than what you have to acquire to qualify for adopting. So this will be like a sample website, sample interface. This will be a sample profile for our pets where we really encourage people to get creative on setting out their pets, to put out stories, pictures, and even videos to represent them. But of course, not all information will be available for them to manipulate, because there are some information that gets paid to be acquired, like this vaccine, health history, and breed information. Yeah, like that. We plan to make profit out of it by regulating the disinformation so to avoid them being abused online. For example, if you're a pet owner, we either have to hook up with a partner clinic or a partner non-profit organization to do your breeding research, to do pet checkups for you, and then we get like a portion of the service rendered. In return, we publish the information online for you. You can. In return, we publish the information online for you, and then so we can also help the engagement of these people who give service, and also so that your pet stands out by having this authenticated information in our website. So far, we have the skeleton of the website. We have the draft interface, but we're gonna need more like developers and designers. And also we need to establish more connections to these organizations, clinics, and veterinarians to do service with us. So yeah, that's all. I am Raymond, the activity leader. We're mostly composed of mobile developers and back-end web developers. So yeah, that's all. Thank you for listening.
Okay, so we request the team to go to the floor for the question and answer. Don't forget to use hashtags, guys, SWMLA. MML. Okay, so for the question and answer.
What is it? What's the hashtag?
SWMNL.
Hi. Hello. How big is this market? Here in the Philippines?
We don't have much statistics, but we do know, we've done research on Google AdWords that we do know we have about 1,500 to 3,000 press searches about dog adoptions or pet adoptions on Google monthly in Philippines alone. So I guess that's an estimate we can have.
How will you charge? Like, what do you said that you would charge a fraction. What kind of business model again?
When the portion of the service rendered by the partner clinic, for example, do checkup would go to us. About that, we haven't really figured out the exact amount we charge for depending on the checkup, for example, for the service.
Alright, thank you so much. Next we have the SMS alerts. A round of applause, please. And don't forget, we have the fish to be pitched later. Okay, so
So a very great day to everybody. Today I'm going just to share a short review from a study by the International Energy Consultants. The Philippines electricity rate that was placed as the 9th most expensive between 44 countries. Grabe, di ba? So, very taas-taas tayo. So, let me ask all of you a question. Are you accustomed of unplugging your appliances? No. Someone answered no. But let's look into the facts, okay? Sometimes most of us are travelers. We want to save or conserve energy, or we're just maybe plain busy. And here's our solution. To develop a device installed on the circuit breaker that will switch and monitor power outlets and lights using a mobile application. These are the ways on how it can be done: via Wi-Fi, SMS, or through the web. So here we're going to show a short video of our MVP of our device itself. So how does the device work? Here is the sample of the mobile application. It shows the SMS. Here is the notification systems and the LEDs. So as you can see, the notification said that you have turned on the specific outlet. Specifically, this one is the light. So there will be notification messages like what I've said to process and monitor the status indicator. It is a secured system because there is a password required. So who are our target markets? First is the empty nesters. These are the people who don't have time. They are living alone in their homes. They could also be single parents, or both parents are working, or they don't have what they, as you can say, house helpers. Next is the high-end homes. These people could have the luxury of, they want to automate their house. And even if they have house helpers, we call them to turn on, to personally unplug appliances. But let's think of it, do they have the luxury of time to check all of your outlets and unplug, turn it off? And instead of putting those precious time and doing the specific chores they're supposed to do. Next is for the cost-conscious business entities. It is important for them because they want to, cost effectiveness is very important to them to save specifically energy. This type of people fall under classes A and B, comprising 12% of the population. So for our revenue stream, first is the price scheming, the transactional, to personally meet those people who has those needs, subscription, affiliate, have business partners through corporations, and through advertisements. So to finish it all up, our team is composed of computer engineers, electronics engineers, and entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs itself. So thanks everybody for the time. We are SMS.AWT and have the control at tips of your fingers.
Okay, so thank you so much. Now we have a minute for the question and answer, judges.
Sorry. Can you give an idea of design and technical execution? How will you do it on the back end?
So, specifically, it is divided into two types. First is the Android application itself, which is your personal control through the device, which is installed at your home, which is connected to your circuit breakers. So the device itself is, as we say, the main brain to control those outlets on and off.
Firstly, a very interesting idea. I'd like to know, in terms of the device, probably would be wireless enabled. How much do you think that would cost?
So that was actually the first version of our prototype. So that is one of the things that we are willing to consider. For example, like that, because it is designed to be wired. We're considering it to be wireless because there are homes that have already pre-installed circuit breakers, and to design it for example, this kind of establishments to fit their needs and wants.
Do you have an idea of the size of the market that you would serve?
Today, actually, we don't have yet the very specific, because we still undergoing the heavy data marketing stuff. So yeah.
Okay, there you have it, the SMS alerts. Alright, so for now, next to our next group, the fished. The fished? Where are you? The fished? Alright, so a round of applause, please. And the VP, please prepare. Oh, don't forget to use hashtag SWMNL. Thank you.